find yourself on your mat, just breathing. Let's shake it out a little bit. It's still kind of early. Shake it out. And then just let yourself come to standing without any particular goal and see where you are, right? Okay, so last season we worked a lot on posture and everything, and yoga is always about posture and spinal health anyway, but see where you are. Are your feet aligned? Where are your shoulders? And then let's come into our mountain pose from here. So we're going to take the feet hip-width distance apart and line everything up. One long line up through the center, zipping up nice and tall. Hips over ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. And you're lifted, so we're pressing down through the feet and lifting up from the torso up, the ribs are coming away from the hips. And just breathe there. And as you turn your palms forward, you'll notice how your heart opens. All right, so let's do a nice energy breath, getting us ready for the day and the weekend ahead. So with your palms out, exhale. Inhale, draw the arms up as you gather energy from the earth, and then we're going to take the heels of the hands together, touch the pinkies and the thumbs. Yes, this is Lotus Mudra. And as you exhale, draw all that energy in, capture it to your heart. And we're going to do that again. Inhale, float the arms up, drawing energy up from the earth. Lotus Mudra, heels of the hands, thumbs, pinkies touch, and your other fingers are open in a nice lotus flower, and draw that energy in. And do that 2 more times, really feeling the energy as you come up, and taking that energy in. And release. Okay, so we're going to start moving the spine forward and back here, okay? And since it's early, we'll do a nice gentle but flowy movement. So the hands come to the thighs and then just gently open up back to the thighs and back. And start to feel your way through this. Decide where you want your arms to go. How long do you want them? How much do you want to take your elbows down? And then the next time your hands are to your thighs, just hold them here and roll up and roll your shoulders back a little and forward a little. Okay, all right, so we're going to plant the feet hip-width distance and start moving the body side to side here. Inhale, float the arms up and interlace the fingers with your index finger pointing up. Remember, if your shoulders are hunching up towards your ears, soften them, even bend the elbows. Inhale, and start to tilt to the left. Keep it gentle as we open the body and gaze up to the right. And then come on back to center and tilt to the right as we gaze up to the left. And come on back up and tilt left, gaze right. And up and to the other side. And keep going. the next time you're over to the left, just stay here. Inhale and exhale, and see if you want to tick-tock yourself down a little more, expanding through the right, keeping that right foot planted, and come on up, and take it over to the right now, expanding through that left side. Remember, your left foot has to stay planted, or you're going to lose all that stretch in the left side. Tick-tock yourself down a little more. Good, bring it up and let's just let go. Release the hands, knees and hips bend, whew, and up. And just go down and up. Whew. We might want a little balance in our weekend, so the next time you come up, lift your right heel and take it down. Next time you come up, lift your left heel and down. Next time you come up, try both heels. See how that feels this morning. If that feels safe and okay, take it down. Now maybe the right knee, you could stay with the heel if you want. And down, left heel or knee. And down, double heel if that works for you. Otherwise, you're just going to go right, left, heel or knee, heel or knee. Okay, so it's either right, left, double, or right, left. Good. Just waking the balance mechanisms in our body up. It's like, whoa, here it comes. Little opportunity to work that balance. Good. And as you complete your cycle for this, don't leave anything out, complete your cycle, and come back to standing. Now see how your breath is moving when you get here. Like I said, don't leave anything out. There's no reason to do that. Inhale and exhale, and just observe your breath. All right, we're going to take the legs wide with the toes pointing out, not super wide, but just wider than hip-width distance. The knees and hips are going to be soft, so just bend them a little bit. And we're going to start a little twisting. So take your left arm and gently reach to the right, and right arm gently reach to the left. So at this point, if the feet feel like they want to lift and the lower body wants to move with us, go right ahead. We're reaching and reaching. And then we're going to start to let the hands reach more toward the earth, as far as you want. Down. We're still twisting, yes, down. And wherever that is for you, a little toward the earth. And work your way back up. And now we'll start moving the hands up toward the sky. Once again, you're finding your place here. You stop where you want to stop in your reaching up. And then coming back to center. All right. Let's go ahead and heel toe those feet together, shake the legs out. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we woke up the spine pretty well here. Let's come to the back of the mat, okay? Feet are hip-width distance apart. Inhale and exhale. Float the arms up. We're going to swan dive from the hip creases here. Okay, so remember, we haven't worked the back of the legs too much, so your hands might be coming to your thighs, they might be to your shins, you might be ready to put your fingertips on the mat, doesn't matter, just keep your spine long, please. Hands to the thighs, hips down, knees bend, shine your heart forward, and then sink down, bring your hands to the mat, and come into a plank, which could always be knee up or knee down plank. Let's see some beautiful planks here. Yes. Good. All right, and let's walk the hands, let's come into down dog first. Yeah, we'll do that. And then walk your hands back to your feet. And keeping your spine long, float the arms out and up, palms touch. Hands come heart center. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over the hip creases. Come into plank, knees up or down, and then just lift your right foot 2 inches off the mat. Even if your knee is down, you can still do this lift, right? Okay, now your choice. We're coming into down dog. Keep the foot up or bring it down, down dog. Take your right leg up if it's down. And either keep the leg up as you walk the hands back to the feet or bring the leg down. Now, if your leg is still up, bring it down. Float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. Did that make sense with the leg? Are we good? All right, so we're going to do the same thing on the left. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, long spine, hip creases. Okay, think we are going to go into half lift here. Sink the hips, hands down, knee up or down plank. And lift your left foot just a couple of inches off the mat. See what that does for your core. Keeping that left foot up or bringing it down, come into down dog and into three-legged dog. All right, and then either keeping that left leg up or bringing it down, walk your hands back. The left foot is down and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. Okay, that was a little extra balance practice too with the foot lifted. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift, shine your heart forward, sink the hips down, and walk forward into down dog. Just come into down dog here. Bend one knee and then the other. Press one heel down and hold. Press the other heel down and hold. Press two heels down and hold. And now bring your knees down, getting them both to the mat at the same time. Sit off to the side. And let's find seated mountain pose. We're going to take a second here to breathe first and foremost and draw some energy. Now we're nice and close to the earth with the hands. So turn your palms up by your side with a long spine. Inhale, float the arms up, draw that energy. Once again, up from the earth, lotus mudra here, the heels of the hands, pinkies and thumbs touch. Draw that energy in. All right, shake things out. Okay, so let's do a nice little hip release. I think this one will be good for this morning. Bring your hands to your heart and lean back in core engagement. Raise your feet, okay? Remember, you can always keep one or both feet down, but all of you are going to be working with raised feet this morning for now. Cross your right ankle over your left. Bring your arms up. Inhale and exhale from the hip creases with a long spine. Bring your hands down. Gaze past your fingertips. All right, let's bring it back up. Switch legs, left ankle in front, and bring it down. Gaze past your fingertips. Say good morning to your hips as you go up, switch, and down. Palms are flat on the mat. Gaze is past your fingertips. The spine is long. go, keep going. And after the next time that you have your left ankle crossed in front, just come up and hold. So just hang out here, just so you're even on both sides. We've warmed up the hips now, so we're going to stay in the fold longer. So the right ankle's now in front, palms are forward, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down, gaze past the fingertips. Now press your hands into the mat as you inhale, and as you exhale, see if those fingers want to wiggle forward a little bit, Okay, press your hands into the mat, look up, walk your hands 2 steps over to the right. You already feel that extension in your left hip needs to stay grounded, and then walk the right fingertips away to get more extension in the right side. Keeping your arms nice and long, walk your hands back through center. Inhale, look up, and walk your hands 2 steps over to the left. There's that right side extension. Right hip is grounded, walk the left fingertips away. And then bring the hands back through center. Press the palms into the earth. Gaze forward and see where your fingers go now. See how that right hip is doing. And with long arms, go ahead, lift up, lift the feet. Change the cross of the legs, left ankle over right, palms forward. And take it down. Yes, both palms to the earth, fingers forward. Inhale, press in, look up. Exhale, see if those fingers want to move forward any amount. Say good morning to your left hip. See how that's feeling today. Now press your hands into the mat, look up, and walk your hands 2 steps over to the left. Walk the left fingertips away. And keeping the arms long, come back to center, press in, look up, and walk the hands over to the right. Walk the right fingertips away. All right, bring your hands back to center one last time. Press in, look up, and see where the fingertips want to go now with the left hip. All right, let's bring it up. Now, wave your fingers at me if you had a side that felt a little tighter than the other, maybe wants a little more work. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to, if you had a tighter side, go back to your tighter side and come down and hold. If you didn't, just pick a side, come down and hold. Just breathe into that one hip. Okay, if you had a tighter side, stay right here breathing. If you didn't, come up, change the cross of your ankles and come back down. Excellent, and everybody come up, uncross, bring the feet to the mat. All right, let's let the knees just open and close. You might want to support yourself with your hands for a second. Just knees opening and closing here. And we're going to take the feet mat width distance apart. So these are upright kind of windshield wipers, but they're not entire windshield wipers. We're going to go one side at a time. So support yourself with your hands here and take your right knee towards your left leg. We're not trying to take the left leg out. We're just taking the right knee toward the left leg and come up, and left knee toward the right leg. So with your feet mat width distance apart. If your body is instructing you to take your feet wider, take them wider. And let's go just one more time. Right knee over to the left. And left knee over to the right. Getting deep into those side hip muscles. All right, shake the legs out here. Okay, we're going to do a fun core move that, I know, it's all fun, isn't it? I see you over there. All right, so we're going to roll down. Take the arms out to your side. Draw your knees in towards your chest and then extend your legs straight up. So your legs are straight up. This is not that taxing for the core, is it? No, it's not. All right, so now we're just going to start crisscrossing at the ankles here. Crisscross. All right, now we're going to start continuing the crisscross. We're going to start moving the legs down. And notice what happens on the way down. What's your core doing? Go down as far as your core is allowing you to. The heels might be just an inch or two off the mat, and then crisscross, taking the legs back up. Let's go down one more time. Yeah. And slowly coming back up. It's the slow part that's a challenge, especially. Draw the knees in and rock a little side to side. Inhale and exhale. All right, now hold your left knee in, so you can either hold on to your left shin or your left hamstring, and extend your right leg straight up, point the toe, flex your foot, your right foot, and let your right leg come down until that heel is just an inch or two off the mat. Point up and flex down. A lot of the benefit in this move is the slowness of it, right? Comes from doing it slowly. So let's make sure we're doing that. Flex the foot and point up. And flex the foot and point up. Draw both knees in and rock a little side to side here. Inhale and exhale. And you probably thought we were going to go straight to the left leg, but what we're going to do is bring the arms back out, take the legs straight up, crisscross at the ankles, take the legs down, crisscross at the ankles, take the legs up, and one more time, crisscross down, and crisscross up. 3, 2, 1. Now bring the knees in, rock around, release a little bit, holding the right knee in, right? You can have the shin, you can have the hamstring. Okay, let's go ahead and extend the left leg straight up with the toe pointed. Flex the left foot. Bring the heel down 1 inch or 2 from the mat and draw the leg up nice and slow, nice and slow. How many times did we do this on the right side? Does anybody remember? I think it was 50, right? So here we go. We've got about 46 more. And let's get one more in. Here we go. Down and up. All right. Draw both legs up toward the sky and bring your hands down by your side. Bring your knees in. All right, now we're going to take the arms out to the side and just do some knee sways here. So just gently rocking the knees from side to side. Getting the body and the core used to the side-to-side motion. Now, when the knees go to the right, start to really engage that core. Make sure your shoulders are still connected to the mat. So we've gone a little deeper to the right, or maybe a lot. Come through center and go to the left. Engage. Make sure your shoulders are still connected to the mat. And come center. So your knees are close into your chest here. Okay, we're not doing this from tabletop knees. Your knees are close to your chest. All right, let's go over to the right and extend the legs, bend them, and bring them in. If that leg extension is just too obnoxious for you this morning, you can leave it out. Take the legs to the left, extend, bend, and come center. All right, so you can choose one of those two. You can also choose to extend your legs as you move to the side, bend them as you come back. Extend as you move to the side, bend as you come back. So any variation that works for you. And if this is just not at all working for you, then go ahead and put your feet on the mat and move into windshield wipers, which will also activate the obliques. All right, the next time you go left, whichever version you're doing, you'll be even. Hug the knees in. Rock side to side. Inhale and exhale. And then bring your feet down. Let the knees open and close. And come to tabletop. However you want to get there. We're in tabletop. Inhale and exhale. All right, the arms are so important, and this is a great way to strengthen the triceps and also help our chaturanga. So we're going to come into knee down plank with the elbows facing forward, do a push-up, and send the hips back. Now maybe you want to come into knee down plank and do 2 push-ups. And hips back. Maybe next time you want to do 3. Okay, so it's up to you. Knee down plank push-up, 2 push-ups, 3 push-ups, and maybe the final time you want to do 4 push-ups or stick with 1. Remember, this is your practice. After your final time, come into child's pose. And in child's pose, the forehead is connected either to the earth via your mat, resting on your hands, resting on fists, resting on a block, but the head is at rest. We're not asking the neck to support a 17-pound head here in child's pose like this, dangling the head in space. All right, now float your way up to downward facing dog and come into a nice, even, balanced downward facing dog on 4 points of contact. Excellent. All right, and now start walking your feet towards your hands, taking them a little wider until they're mat width distance apart. Coming up, resting your forearms on your thighs, bringing your hands to your heart. Inhale, as you bring your arms up, step your legs together and bring your arms down. Inhale and exhale. All right, super-duper. Shake it out a little bit. How's everybody doing? Woke up? Ready for long drives and everything else? I know. Okay, so let's come to the top of the mat. And the other thing that yoga gives you for a long drive, which we were talking about earlier, a long drive, is a little bit of patience, right? Who told me she stopped cursing at traffic lights because of her yoga practice? Yes, you did. All right, let's come to the top of the mat. And everybody's done a whole bunch of sun salutations, so we're going to go through one very simple sun salutation together, and then you're just going to go for 2 minutes on your own in either keeping a simple sun salutation or adding some stuff if you want. Okay, feet are hip-width distance apart, mountain pose here. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over those hip creases. Knees bend, hips bend, shine your heart forward, sink the hips down. We come back to that lunge and wiggle around. Right leg is back. And then come into your plank. Always options for knee up, knee down. Nice strong chaturanga. And then just a simple back bend to start out with. Little cobra is always fine. And release. Any back bend of choice when you're doing these on your own, of course. Coming into down dog. And then take the right leg up and step forward. Walk to the top of your mat. Take a half lift. Fold forward. And float the arms out and up, palms touch. Hands come heart center. Now you can just continue, draw your arms right through the center of your body and continue, or you can stop, breathe, and then go. Okay, and just work your sun salutations. Let your body go. Try not to think about these too much because you know sun salutation. Okay. You might have a variation that you want to add here, and you've got plenty of time. It's not about whether you do 5 or 3. It's about enjoying and mindfully moving through your sun salutations. And just keep going. Okay, we have about 30 seconds left, so just not without rushing, just work on completing whatever round you're on. And when you are done, come to mountain pose. Observe what's happening in your body and breathe. We'll all meet back in mountain pose. Another place where we can practice just being and being patient. All right, we're going to work on sun and moon this morning and dancing Shiva. Okay, remember dancing Shiva is going to look like this from the sun and moon. So if you want to be nearby, have something nearby, you can. Okay. Does everybody have a block? Everybody have a block handy? Okay, let's use the block then to start out with. So we're going to start, and again, be near something if you want. Take this at your own pace. Left foot is on the block. And we're just going to draw the right foot in, keep the toes on the earth for the moment. Get that left leg nice and super stable, and just take that right leg forward and back. See how it feels to be on the block. Keep your gaze steady, right? Your mind calm. Your left foot nice and big and spread out, and release. If it felt okay for you to be on the block, continue on the block. If you are like, I really want my left foot on the floor instead, then just get rid of the block, okay? So let's come back up, left leg extends, and now we start to draw that right knee up any amount, okay? And maybe, if that feels steady enough, take the left arm up, pointing the right fingertips down toward the earth, and release. Whew, that was sun and moon on the block. Feel how hard your left leg had to work? Go ahead and shake it out. Feels good to do this on the block, doesn't it? Knee open and close. Maybe, woo, get the rest of the body going, shake it out, and let's go on the other side. So we've got the right foot on the block, left toes to the earth, and then we're going to see how it feels to let the left toes lift and start moving the left leg. Once again, if it doesn't feel right on this side for you to be on a block, then go without the block. All right, let's bring it down. Now we're going to start coming into sun and moon. So extending through the right leg, left knee comes up, right arm comes up, and left fingertips head toward the earth. Gaze is steady, mind is calm. Good, and release, and then go ahead and shake that right leg out. Okay, we're going to go back to the right here. So left foot on the block, and this time smoothing out the movement. This is your right. Right knee, left arm, sun and moon. And release. Okay, and on the other side, left knee, right foot's on the block, left knee, right arm, take it up, sun and moon. Good, and release. Now we're going to move the block off to the side. And starting, what was our starting foot on the block? It was the left foot? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go sun and moon into dancing Shiva. So we're taking the left arm, right leg up into sun and moon, and then cross your right leg across the body, cross the arms in front of the body, dancing Shiva. And then come back to sun and moon. Good, and release. Woo. Notice how your sides are acting. All right, let's go ahead on the other side. Right foot stays planted, left knee, right arm. Left leg comes across the body, arms cross. Release back to sun and moon. And take it down. All right, 1 minute here to practice balance. If you had a fussier side, spend your minute on your fussier side. If you didn't, I'll tell you when time is halfway up. You could do sun and moon, you could do sun and moon to dancing Shiva, just whatever floats your boat for balance. Doesn't mean you have to stay up the whole time, right? You could come in and out of it. Just either work your trickier side for the minute, or if you're going both sides, switch sides now. You're halfway through. on back. Mountain pose, plant both feet, palms forward, line everything up, close your eyes, and feel your balance. You might be swaying, you might be perfectly still. Just feel what you feel. All right, shake it out and release. Let's take the legs wide. We're going to move into Warrior Two with Archer. So the right toes are out to the right, left toes are in at an angle, and bend your front knee over the ankle through the center of the foot, shoulders over hips, and arms out in line with the shoulders. Arms are looking awesome here. Gaze past your right fingertips. Now slowly turn your gaze towards your left fingertips and follow your left hand as it comes around to the right, touching the right hand and drawing back along the right arm. We're still keeping our eye on the left hand and opening back into Warrior Two. That's the Archer. We start to come forward again, keeping the gaze to the left hand, drawing across the arm, across the body, and opening your gazes to the left. And one more time. And draw. Take it open. Now hold here and turn your gaze to the right. Classic Warrior Two, just hold here. Inhale and exhale. All right, as we come out of this, turn all 10 toes forward. Bring your hands to your heart, folding from the hip creases, keeping the hips over the heels. Just come halfway. You can come less than halfway if you want, or just come halfway and observe your hamstrings. Inhale and exhale. All right, now lift up, lift the fingertips up toward the sky, and step together as you bring your hands down, shake the legs out. We're going to do the same thing on the left. Take the legs wide for Warrior Two, left toes forward, right toes in at an angle. Notice if your hip does this when you start to move into Warrior Two, and try and keep your hip bones even with the earth. Even as you bend your left knee, the hip bones stay even, right? And the knee is over the ankle, knee is tracking through the center of the left foot, shoulders over hips, arms out. Yeah. Awesome. Gaze past your left fingertips. Okay, moving into Archer. Turn your gaze towards your right hand. Follow your right hand with your eyes as your right hand comes to your left side, draws across the left arm, across the body, still looking at the right hand, opening back into Warrior Two. And go through your Archer 2 more times, nice and slow like that, keeping your eye on your right hand. All right, and then turn your gaze to the left and hang out in your Warrior Two. All right, let's bring the hands to the hips here and turn all 10 toes forward. Put your hands in your hip creases and slowly with a long spine, fold forward, keeping hips over ankles, and decide where you want to go. You can stop at any point. You can keep going past halfway, slide your hands down your legs, okay? And breathe here. So wherever you've landed in this, that's where you are, and breathe. bring the hands back to the hips now. Come halfway up if you're farther down than that. Take your arms out by your side, up by the ears, and notice what happens in the feet as you lift your arms. Lift, 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 and step together. Hands down. All right, so we're going to be working our way back down to the earth, so just move around, see how everything's feeling. Check it out. This is totally you. You exploring your body, what's feeling okay. Whew. Inhale and exhale. Shake it out. All right, we were going to do a little extra shoulder opening with the strap. So everybody please grab your strap. We'll do this before we come down. All right, and the feet are hip-width distance apart. Okay, elastic bands work fine. Yoga straps work great. Take your arms forward, out from the shoulders, and the strap resting just on your thumbs here, okay? We're going to make a gentle fist around the strap, but there's still room to move. We're taking the arms up, letting them widen into a Y. Take a firmer grip on the strap and bring the arms behind. Now, if you have to bend your elbows, widen your grip. If your strap is floppy, tighten your grip. And then take the arms up and forward. Okay, is that working for everybody, right? We've got the hands ready to widen or come closer together depending on what your shoulders are telling you this morning. Nice open and back. All right, and the next time your arms are overhead, stay here with your nice wide grip. Take your right arm by your right ear, left hand down by your side, and just press back through the left arm. Press back with the left hand, opening that left shoulder at the front a little more. Come back to center, arms up, left ear by the left arm by the left ear, and gently pressing back through the right. A little more shoulder opening there. And take it up. Whew. Drop the strap and shake everything out. All right, now we're coming to the top of the mat in mountain pose. If you want something for final relaxation, you have an eye pillow, a bolster, whatever you like to have for final relaxation, grab that and have it nearby. Once you're done, find mountain pose at the top of your mat and observe how your breath is moving, how everything's going for you. Okay, we're going to work our way to a downward facing dog. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over those hip creases, straight spine, straight legs, high, low, super low, wherever this falls for you. Now bend the knees and hips, shine your heart forward for half lift, sink the hips, hands down, and step back to a downward facing dog. So notice that 4 points of contact, each one is nice and even on the mat, so your weight is evenly distributed. And then bring your big toes together, take your knees to one side, hips to the other, and switch. So we're doing some deep knee bends here, spinal release. And come back to center. Bring both knees down to the mat at the same time. Sit off to the side. And come into seated mountain pose, nice and long. All right, we are going to seal in anything that we want to maintain from our practice so far. So with hands down by your side, exhale. Inhale, float the arms up, draw the energy up, draw in every good thing that happened in your practice for you so far. Come into Lotus Mudra and seal that in to your heart. Good. All right. Give yourself a chance to shake out a little bit. We're going to do 2 soft forward folds. So arms gently up and a little soft forward fold here. And roll up. And if that forward fold was instructing you to stay there a little longer or move a little more deeply, go ahead. I felt some things that wanted to stretch a little more, so I personally am going to go a little deeper. If you want to keep it soft, keep it soft. And roll up, shake things out, bend your knees, and slowly come down to the earth here. All right, we're going to extend both arms and both legs long. Inhale. And exhale, draw just the right knee in. Now that left leg might want the knee to bend. That's fine too. Holding onto your shin or your hamstring here. Okay, Ardha Appanasana. Inhale and exhale. Okay, we're going to turn this into a twist. So take your left hand outside of your right shin or right thigh if that's more comfortable to you. Right arm out to the side for balance. Right shoulder's going to stay in contact with the mat as you draw your right leg just across the belly button. And then turn it into a twist, letting the right hip lift. Right knee goes over as far as it's ready to, and then turn your gaze toward your right fingertips. On our way back, we're going to come into pigeon, sliding the right ankle across the left knee, drawing the left leg up and in and holding on to the left leg, either shin or hamstring. Flex your right foot and have your left knee in line with your left shoulder. And just take this minute to breathe into your right hip. Send it warmth and love and light, and let it release, release, release. And then extend your left leg straight up, point and flex, nice and slow and intentionally, the left foot. And then circle the ankle, one direction, and the other. Go ahead and release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat, open and close, little butterfly wings. Extend both arms and both legs. As you exhale, draw the left leg in. Right knee can bend if it wants to. Hold the left shin or hamstring. And now left arm out to the side, right hand to the shin or the outside of the left thigh, and take the left knee just across midline. Now turn it into a twist, keeping your left shoulder on the mat. Left knee comes over to the right. Gaze toward the left. And as we come back through center, left ankle crosses over right thigh. Draw the leg in, hold on to your right shin or hamstring, or just the outside of your right leg. Make sure your right knee is in line with your right shoulder. And breathe into into that left hip. All right, now extend your right leg, point and flex the foot, and circle the ankle one direction and the other. Release, unwind 2 feet to the mat, open and close. Take your arms by your side, open and close the fingers, wiggle them. Rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Let your head move right and left. And come back to center, finding your final relaxation position for this morning. Play around till you feel comfortable. And when you are in your final relaxation alignment, inhale through the nose and slowly exhale through the mouth, allowing your body to melt onto the earth, moving into final relaxation. Begin to bring awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a nice long stretch as you inhale. Exhaling, draw your knees in. And come over to a side. Finding your way up to a nice easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time.